Hey guys, what's up? Devin coming to you with another deck profile. This is one that I feel people should use a little more. It's a Crystal Beast one. It's really good. I really like this one. It's kind of fun. Don't know if people would use it at like tournaments or something, but it's a fun deck. So yeah, I'll just get into it. Kind of starting backwards for the monsters, but I run two Rainbow Dragon, because one isn't enough, and since I run 2 to 3 copies of every Crystal Beast in here, it seems like it would be a good idea. It works well, being able to get them both out. Really good if I got a Gustav Max. Double Topaz, because one is just not enough. If one gets bottomless. Double Emerald. Just good. Got 2000 defense, so it's a good defender. And its effect adds on to defend. You can switch like a Ruby Carbuncle to defense if you've summoned one, or anything else that needs to be switched to defense. Triple Amethyst Cat, because I run a lot of rank 3s in this, and an Amethyst Cat, is just really good because attack once in half and it can attack the opponent directly. Comboed with Crystal Release, then it gets an extra 800. You can cut that in half. It's 1,000. So, triple Cobalt Eagle. It's good. It's level 4, so it's good for going to rank 4s, and for returning Crystal Beasts that are kind of clogging up my spell and trap grid down. If I have too many, like if I have 5, I want to use like a Dark Hole or something. Though I don't run one, but examples. Triple Ruby Carbuncle, because you can never go wrong with too much Ruby. Obviously. Triple Amber Mammoth, good for switching the attack target to it. And then double Sapphire Pegasus. I know you're thinking, why not 3? I would, but I don't have 3. But if I did have 3, I would totally run 3, because it's a really good card. Double Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. 3 is just, I just don't think I should run 3. It's too many for one deck. Crystal Tree. It's really good. For trying to get all those spells and traps in there. Just don't overdo it, or else you won't be able to use it. Crystal Release, like I said earlier, it's good. Coupled with like any Crystal Beast really gets an 800 point boost. And when Crystal Release is sent to the grave, you can put a Crystal Beast in your spell and trap cards on. So yeah. Crystal Promise, good for getting those rubies out into the graveyard from the spell and trap card zone. Once you put them there with Sapphire Pegasus. Triple Beacon for getting out that necessary ones you need from your graveyard, or from your deck, for like a Rainbow Dragon if it's needed. So you can go like Ruby Carbuncle, Star Sapphire Pegasus, or anything really. Crystal Blessing, one of those, really good. Just for putting those back into the spell and trap card zone after you use something like Crystal Abundance or Rare Value. Speaking of which, Crystal Abundance and 2 Rare Value. I'd run more than 1 Crystal Abundance, but I think 1 is good because you never know if you're going to have 4, and if you draw into it and you don't have 4, it's just a total dead draw. And I think, if it weren't for the fact that it clears the field and you can push someone's winning back that your opponent sent to the grave, I probably wouldn't run 1 at all. But Swords, because this deck's prone to really bad hands. So all decks basically. And then United We Stand and Mage Power. Both of these put on like a Amber Mammoth or something, along with like Crystal Pear. It gets like Mage Power gives it 500 for every spell and trap card in the spell and trap card zone. That includes your field spell. So get like, let's say you have a full one, so it gets 3,000. And if United We Stand is in there, and you have like 5 monsters, then you have like a monster that gets 4,000 from United We Stand, and then 3,000 from Mage Power. So that basically gives it another 7,000. And if you have Crystal Release, then it's like 8,000. It's like 7,800 more, which would put it at like 9,500, I think. Crystal Pear, just good for stopping any like the rest of the battle damage. Card deck's a little confusing. If they reprinted that, that'd be good. Beast Soul Swap. good for like if it's being attacked and you can't really withstand the damage. You can target it and then special summon it back in defense mode. Or if you've attacked and you want to go for game or something, use that. Add it back to your hand and you can special summon it again. So if it's like a Sapphire Pegasus, you can use its effect again. And it's just like yes. Crystal Counter. This is good for clearing and then putting them back in for Crystal Abundance. Crystal Regeki. It's a little slow, but it stops the those attacking monsters and cards that could really screw you over. Rainbow Path and Rainbow Gravity, both good and comboed with my Rainbow Dragon because they both help search for it. Rainbow Path prevents you from taking any damage, and then you can add a Rainbow Dragon or a Rainbow Dark Dragon to your hand. So yeah. For the extra deck, I got one Merge Rhythm. It's good for when it attacks. Could clash with a BLS. One Tempo. Good for taking the Xyz material away from his end mains, and it gets 500, so it's strong enough to take out his end mains. Speaking of which, Zen mains. Staple Xyz monster. Leviair for when I use Rainbow Dragon's second effect to banish everything. Leviathan Dragon. Another staple Xyz monster. Then we got Utopia. Staple Xyz monster. And I have a lot of level 4s in here, so Shockmaster. A lot of level 4s. Maestro, another staple. And Photon Papyrotic. So yeah, and all these, most of the cards, except for Tempo and Merge Rhythm, I took from my Dino Rabbit deck. My Rabbit Hero. My Hero Rabbit deck. So yeah, I basically took the side deck for it too, but I'm going to show you anyway. Maxi against 6 Sams and Windups. Soul Drain against Dark Worlds and Light Swarms. System Down against those machines. My Body is a shield against like stuff that would destroy, like Mirror Force or anything really that destroys. That would be anything that negates too. Negates. Prohibition for if you've dueled them once and they brought out like a card that you really don't want them to use. Call out that card. Really good. Burden the Mighty. A lot of people use high level monsters and don't know it, so they'd really take big hits. An Egyptian God would lose 1,000 points. Card Trader. If you're getting bad hands, just switch it out, and then you can draw again during your standby phase. Spell Stopping Statutes, good for stopping those continuous spell cards. Can't think of any right now because not many people run them, but if there were any. Black Horn of Heaven, people really need to start running that more. Along with this card, people need to start running this more too. It's really good. Really good, stopping those BLSs from summoning, and it takes no cost whatsoever. But if people start using it too much, then it might get limited or banned. But, Dragon Capture Charge, stop those Chaos Dragons, and not necessarily Light Swarms, because I wouldn't stop it. But, then counter, for if they run any counter traps. Don't think they would, but if they do, you never know. Double Chaos Trap Hole. It's basically like a Solemn Warning, but only for light and darks. So it would stop something like Shien or BLS because it basically never hit the field, so Shien wouldn't be able to use its effect. Then we got Sithonian Alliance because I run 2 to 3 copies of everything in this deck. So it would be really good. You get 800 points for each one that's on the field. And then Rainbow Veil for stopping those card effects activate, for those monster effects activate during the battle phase, like Utopia or I guess its effects would be negated. So if it's like a Zen Mains or a Maestro, it works. I'm working on trying to get a Debunk and a Light and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because those are good. And I would probably take out my Burden and Card Trader for those. So, yeah. And it would be really good. Especially Debunk stops those DD Crows, Veilers, all that. Yeah, so, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Still waiting for that Cosmo Blazer, like I said. So, expect that hopefully sometime this week. I'm really trying to get annoyed with that, but with that not being here. But, what can you do? So, it'll probably, I'm actually not even going to say it because I might jinx it, but, it might be here sometime this week. I hope so, because my patience is just kind of running thin with waiting. So yeah, like, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.